Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? We back. Good morning. Oh, man. Dude. Dudes and dudesettes. Did I? Yeah, we're good. Should be good. And I'm slow this morning. Yeah, we're solid. All right, let's go. Day 42 of The Witcher, man. Continuing that Blood and Wine DLC. Yeah. Working our way towards finishing up The Witcher 3 and then getting into some Cult of the Lamb. Ought to be good stuff. Hope everybody's weekend went well. Sorry the stream was down. Sorry the stream has been down a lot here lately for some like end of summer vacation stuff with the family and everything. But I'm back and we'll be back to 7-day-a-week streams for the foreseeable future. Go. So, it was rough having the stream down, but it was good. It was good for the family. So that's what's important, man.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
Look at this baby. Yo, dude. What's up, buddy? What's up, man? Thanks, dude. Oh, get this baby out of here. Oh, dude. Sorry I couldn't hang around yesterday, man. We were on the road yesterday morning, and I saw that you went live, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I gotta pop in here for a second." But our like my mobile connection, dude, was real wonky. It was like in and out, man. We were kind of like out in the boonies a little bit, so I didn't have very good connection. And I was able to like hop into your stream for just a bit, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna be going like in and out here. 9 months, I know, dude. That's what I was thinking yesterday. Whenever I was in your stream and my sub came up, I was like, man, because I think I'm like 8 in yours. You're 9 in mine now. So, it's crazy, dude. It's pretty nuts. It goes fast, dude. Yo, how'd your stream go yesterday, by the way? So we'll go ahead. We'll keep talking. Let's do what we do. Let's go ahead and get into this video gaming news segment. Cool. And then we'll work our way into the Witcher content. All right. Let's do this. Thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate it, dude. There we go. Let's do this. 9 months, bro. Insane. You get a good, nice. I was really surprised, man, to see you. Did you take all day yesterday off? Or was it just like a morning sesh or something that you took off? Get into this video gaming news stuff. Actually, let's go. Check that out. All day off. Good, dude. Good. You needed it, no doubt about it. Did you do Fortnite all day or what? What all did you play? Did you stream all day or did you do some other stuff? See what we got here. Like there's been some gaming changes to the new Windows version. We'll take a quick peek there and see what's up. Looks like there's a new HyperX model of gaming headset, the Cloud Stinger 2. HyperX is supposed to be a pretty nice headset for anybody that's interested. They got a lot of different models out there too for basically about anything you could think of that fits your, preference as far as what you need out of a headset. And supposed to be pretty good quality stuff too. I've never used one, but came really close to buying a set previously. So. Oh, right on. Cool, man. Yeah. I imagine like having a day off finally gave you some time to actually take care of some things that you needed to get done. So I understand that for sure. You had like 6 to 7 Fortnite wins? Nice, dude. Nice. GG's. Wrecking those nerds, dude. Yeah. Solid. Stupid nerds. That's funny, man. Yeah, there's basically a lot of gaming hardware, software, in businesses that um, are showing a decrease in profit over what they've done over the past like year and a half to 2 years. This is just what most in the industry are dealing with right now. It's just a difference in what they had dealt with previously. The pandemic was, I mean, I hate to say it this way, is like it was good to an extent because for the gaming industry, while it was bad for development of a lot of things, it was good for because of so many how many people were having to stay home and engage in online community activities and things like that. Video games by proxy were just a real natural thing for people to gravitate towards, and therefore the gaming industry really benefited from it. And I think it was only natural that whenever we kind of started working our way out of a lot of the the regulations that had a lot of people locked down from the pandemic, that the gaming industry was going to see a bit of a decline from that spike we hit during the height of the pandemic. So this is the same thing a lot of the other companies are dealing with. We've already talked about that. How to never overcome your gaming backlog? I feel like it's like hard for most people to overcome their gaming backlog. To get through it all. It's like, how do you have enough time? I don't. I game every single day. I don't have enough time. It's kind of wild. Arcane became the first gaming show. I think what they're saying is a show based off of a video game to win an Emmy. Arcane's an excellent show, in my opinion. Take a look at that. We already talked about this too. Again, if you haven't heard, Facebook is ending their support for its gaming act. Facebook gaming is done at the end of October, like October 28th, I think is what they said. Kind of weird, man. We haven't hit too much news this morning. I don't know why my caps lock's on, but let's turn that off. You saw a commercial for the metaverse? No way, dude. Looked like a great place. I should have seen that coming from you, dude. Hey, did you see what I posted while I was on vacation at my family's? Yo, Mamzelle, what's up? How are you? Did you see the barbecue sauce I found in their fridge? Did you see that post in my Discord? Overboss video game announced. Take a look at that. We'll take a look at this too. 6 upcoming video game, movie, and TV adaptations. Take a quick peek. We've probably heard of most of them, if not all of them, but we'll take a quick look. Oh, man. Xbox commits to Call of Duty on PlayStation for several more. They're under contract. Yeah, you saw that Sweet Baby Ray's, yeah, dude. That was like the first thing I got into my parents' fridge, and I saw that. I was like, oh no! I was like, I gotta post this on Discord. So I'm not gonna dive into this. We already knew. I mean, there's not much they can do. They have to. So even though the acquisition of Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard has not totally come to fruition yet, we've already it's already come to light. I mean, the big egg here within all of these IPs, you know, that Xbox is going to get, Microsoft's going to be getting from this acquisition is Call of Duty. It's a huge name. It's a pretty big game changer, and the thought behind it is it's going to change an amount of decision on who buys what console, meaning that there are going to be people that previously would have bought PlayStation consoles just solely because of Call of Duty who will now end up buying Xbox consoles because of it. But Call of Duty is still under contract to be released on PlayStation for like the next 2 or 3 years. So there's nothing Xbox can do about it. There's a contract there. That's got to be held up, or they will be absolutely ridiculously sued. And so they're going to do that. What I love about it is that it keeps coming out and they're like, oh, you know, they're making it like a thing where Xbox is making it this thing where it sounds like they're trying to be cool about it. You know, like, hey man, we're going to keep releasing it on PlayStation. They wouldn't if they didn't have to. I am willing to bet they would not do that if they didn't have to, but they have to. So they're going to. For the next 2 to 3 years, they'll continue releasing Call of Duty on PlayStation due to that contract. And then as soon as that contract's over, you can bet that Call of Duty will no longer be released on PlayStation anymore. It will just be Xbox. And it will change the way people decide to buy consoles to an extent. It will have an effect on that market. Let's see a little bit new stuff. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Let's take a look and see what we got. Images claiming to show Konami's Silent Hill 2. Let's see. Gabs, what's up, Gabs? How are you, my friend? How was your weekend? Okay, if you guys don't know what Callisto Protocol is, Callisto Protocol is basically like modern Dead Space. Oh, I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. Thanks. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm a little bit slow this morning. I feel there's been a lot of travel, a lot of being away here lately. Obviously, you guys know that. Um, and on that note, I'm back to 7-day-a-week streams for the foreseeable future. No more time off until probably like Christmas time. But I'm a little bit, I guess you would call it jet lagged a little bit. Just lots of travel, a little bit worn out, you know. Just, you know, not sleeping in my own bed and being away for long periods of time and stuff just makes me kind of worn out. But I'm good. Otherwise, I feel great. I'm so glad to be back and seeing you guys and everything. So thanks for asking. Yeah, bit exhausted, but I'm good. I'm good. We'll push hard today. It'll be good. Um, so Callisto Protocol, right? This is the so this individual is the same guy that made or was the director, main developer. I can't remember exactly. Behind the Dead Space games originally, and has left the Dead Space games and has created Callisto Protocol. So let's take a look at what's going on with this. Like, if you've seen Callisto Protocol trailers, it looks very, very, very Dead Space. No way. Marvel's Spider-Man PC mod adds the Ninja Turtles. That's sick. I'm not going to dive into that, but that's a pretty cool mod. Yeah, we've got an article up about this right now. If you have not watched Arcane, even if you're not a League of Legends fan, I'm not really. I've dabbled in the game a little bit. That was it. Not very much at all. Maybe probably under 20 hours. Uh, oh, dude, Gabs, thank you so much. Yeah, that's I really appreciate that sentiment. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see everybody. It I I very rarely ever take any time off, and so it was rough taking that amount of time off. You know, a week and then back for 3 days and then gone for 3 days. That is not normal, you know. And but it was good to have that break with my family and but I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I love doing this. I love spending time with you guys, and I appreciate that.
Were on a break.
Yeah, it was a long break, dude. It really was. Yeah. I highly recommend checking this show out. If you have not watched Arcane on Netflix, it is League of Legends, animated League of Legends, and I think the next season should be coming out before too long, and it is an amazing watch. Like, totally worth watching over again. I have. It's very, very good. The music's great. The animation's great. The story's fantastic. It's really, really good. And they're winning an Emmy. They won an Emmy. Okay. Okay, cool, Gabs. Yo, I hope school goes well. I hope you got all that math stuff figured out. Yeah. We'll talk later, maybe. Take it easy. Have a good day. All right, let's go one more page here. Wii U emulation on Valve Steam Deck supported. Yeah, I'm not going to dive into this either. What I'll say is that basically any kind of barely unlocked piece of hardware, you're able to run a lot of different emulators on. And the Steam Deck is a very, very versatile piece of hardware. They have not really locked it down. It's a pretty nice actual platform in allowing people to configure and change it up and ways that allow them to run different kind of things on it. And emulation is one of those things. And it wasn't too long after the Steam Deck came out that people started really jumping into running emulation on it. And now that we use another one of those emulators that's being run on it, apparently. So, I mean, I'm not going to dive into this. It's really with anything. I mean, same thing with Analog Pocket, right? I mean, we talked about the Analog Pocket and basically any kind of decent piece of hardware out there. People will find ways to run emulators on it and everything. So if you're interested, just do your self-education, do your homework, and you'll find plenty of instructional guides out there for getting you, kind of rolling into what you need to get done there. This is an interesting article. I would totally buy a PS Vita too. So I'm not gonna pull this article up, but I think it's an interesting thing to talk about because we're seeing a resurgence here of handheld consoles, if you will. They haven't always done fantastic. Obviously, I think the most notable handheld series would, obviously be the Game Boy. But we've seen a lot of other handhelds kind of come and go over the years, and I think that the Switch, being a major console, that has kind of this dual, presence as both a handheld console and a traditional console while being on its dock, has shown developers that it's where our technology is at. It's a much more viable option, and people are really gravitating towards this mobile console kind of concept here. So I don't think it's wild to think that maybe Xbox and Sony, either or, would end up coming up with some kind of handheld console, either as a secondary unit, probably as a secondary unit to their main console, just like the PS Vita was originally. Yeah, I don't know, but hardware for that kind of technology is fantastic nowadays. And with the Steam Deck, the Switch, we're seeing some really, really nice stuff be done with handheld consoles. So I don't think it's too wild to think that we might see maybe another Vita, maybe even Xbox come out with some kind of handheld console in the future to compete in that specific market of hardware. We'll see. Pokemon spin-offs need to step up after Legends, Arceus. Let's take a look. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's bug should have been a big what? Let's see here. Speculation. New Division game. New The Division Heartland details emerge. Is this the mobile game? Or weren't they making some kind of mobile game? We'll take a look real quick. I don't want to see anything about leaks of God of War. I don't even want to look at it. Sorry. I do not want to be spoiled about that game at all. So I'm not looking at this. Okay, let's stick with this. I had a couple of articles up from whenever I left, before I left for vacation the last time we were live, which is the Ubisoft Forward Showcase on September 10th. We're going to watch this. In 3 days, we have Disney's Marvel Showcase and PlayStation Showcase. We're going to watch the PlayStation Showcase live. Then we'll go back and watch the VOD of the Disney and Marvel stuff, okay? Then we've got Ubisoft Forward on September 10th. Then we've got Capcom September 15th and 16th. We've got some showcases coming up. So we'll watch all of them live that we can. And then whatever we don't get to watch live, we'll go back and, we'll get a recap watching the VODs of that stuff, okay? All right. The other one was this. Right now for the Hogwarts Legacy game, they have this this link where you can go into your Hogwarts house, or bring your Hogwarts house and wand into your Hogwarts Legacy experience by linking your Harry Potter fan club account with your WB Games account here. So you go in there, you create your accounts, you're able to kind of answer some questions, and you end up getting put into one of the houses for Hogwarts. You also get to go ahead and get your wand created and everything in anticipation of the Hogwarts Legacy game coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna link this if you guys are interested. I kept these up that way. If you're interested in any of that, you can go ahead and jump into it. Okay. In Windows 11 version 22H2 gaming changes. In the 6th part of the series, we're looking at improvements for gamers and gaming in the upcoming Windows 11 2022 update. Let's just look at these main changes. Looks like variable refresh rate is available system-wide. New optimizations for Windows games features. That's huge. New Windows HDR calibration app and new Xbox controller bar. I almost always have Xbox controller bar turned off in Windows. It ends up messing with a lot of games and applications. Maybe the new bar won't do that, but traditionally the Xbox controller bar was kind of a pain in the butt. It would mess with a lot of stuff in games or just in applications and things. So I always turn it off in my Windows OS. Closing words. Microsoft makes gradual improvements for gamers in the upcoming feature update for Windows 11. Whether games will benefit from those depending on gaming hardware and the games that are played on devices. Wait. Mamzelle, are you still here? Mamzelle? Hi. How are you? Just a second.
Now that we're friends, is it okay if I pet you?
Everybody, Mamzelle won a random mode game. Mamzelle won our random mode game before I left on vacation. So I owed I owed Mamzelle a sub. And whenever she won, she had a sub active. And so I just realized that her sub had run out. So there you go, my friend. Congratulations on the random mode win. We've had a couple of winners here recently, man. It's good. Mamzelle won, and then Gabs won. Like, not too long after, man. It's good. I love seeing people win the random mode stuff. Sorry, I'll get back to this. I was thinking about that when I was on vacation. Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah. Thanks for being a part of this. And I'm so glad you won. I was thinking about that whenever I was on vacation. I was like, dude, it's like Mamzelle won, and I need to pay attention next time she's in chat and see if her sub has run out. It just hit me. I don't know why. I'm like in the middle of reading about a Windows update, and all of a sudden it hits me. I don't know. I'm weird. Again, congratulations. Congratulations. Thinking of all you guys. Love all you guys. Some of the features are already available under certain conditions. When playing DirectX 12 games on the Windows 11 PC, other features depend on hardware. The Auto HDR and Windows HDR calibration app work only if a HDR display is available. You guys are funny. Most gamers won't notice the difference between gaming on Windows 10 and Windows 11 devices, even with the upcoming feature updates installed. Windows 11 may have the edge of an HDR display and fast NVMe storage device are used, but how many gamers have these setups? Okay. So there you go. Few nice new updates for Windows 11. If you're already, are any of you guys currently using Windows 11? If you're on a Windows PC, Windows OS, I haven't switched over yet. I'm just so hesitant, man. I like for the new OSs to be out for a good amount of time before I switch over. I don't like rushing over to the new ones unless I have like just a test bed PC or something that I'm liking to mess around with. Arcane becomes the first gaming show to win an Emmy. It is not a gaming show. It is a show based off of it is a show from a video game adaptation. It's not a gaming show. The second season is currently in production. Yeah. This show is amazing, though. League of Legends spinoff Arcane was a commercial hit for Netflix and Riot Games, topping charts worldwide, has now put the cherry on the cake by becoming the first streaming show and the first based on a video game to scoop a bunch of Emmys. The big award was for Outstanding Animated Programming, given out at the Emmys Creative Arts Ceremony, and Arcane won over a shortlist that featured Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty, The Simpsons, and Marvel's What If. The show's co-creator, Christian Linke, picked up the award on behalf of the creative team. The Emmy joins 3 Outstanding Individual Achievement in Animation Emmys, which earlier this year were given to individual episodes. The Arcane account later tweeted out a nice pic of the creatives picking up the gong, and don't they look pleased about it? Well, before the Emmy, Arcane had proven its chops, being quickly confirmed for a second season before Riot straight up bought a chunk of the animation studio behind it. It's also recently released Bridging the Rift, a documentary about the making of the show. Incidentally, there's an argument about that the Black Mirror episode Bandersnatch could be considered the first video game Emmy winner in 2019, with its alt history of a doomed game development and multiple choice structure. But I reckon Black Mirror is its own thing and not really a video game show. It certainly ain't a League of Legends spinoff. It's not a video game adaptation. That's what you're looking for here, author. The Emmy joins the 9 Annie Awards already in Arcane's trophy cabinet. Expects to be hearing a lot more about the show in the future. The second season doesn't yet have a release date, but here's everything we know about it. We're not going to dive into that, but Arcane is amazing. If you haven't taken a look at it and you're looking for anything interesting, again, I'm not even a League of Legends aficionado, or I haven't even spent much time in that universe at all, whether it be games or what have you. But this is a very, very, very good series. Overboss video game announced. Goblin Studios has announced a digital edition of Overboss, popular tile drafting spin-off of Boss Monster. The new video game will be released for Steam and GOG in early 2023. The game uses a retro 8-bit style to emulate the old-school video games that inspired the board game's aesthetic. Players will draft tiles, then place a monster and mini-boss tokens, scoring points based on what kind of tokens they have and what monsters populate those monsters. The winner is determined once each player fills their personal board based on which monster has assembled the most powerful horde of monsters and lairs. A trailer for the game can be seen below. Let's see what this is. Use your powerful boss power. Okay. Cool. Overwatch is a spin-off of Boss Monster, a dungeon-building card game published by Brotherwise Games. That game features players assembling a dungeon filled with monsters and traps to defeat various adventurers. Players have to balance luring heroes into their dungeon with treasure while also filling it with enough traps and monsters to kill off the hero before it gets plundered. Player wins the game if they accumulate the souls of 10 adventurers. They lose if their boss monster takes 5 wounds from monsters who make it all the way to the end of the dungeon. Boss Monster's box art is inspired by classic Nintendo Entertainment System boxes, while the expansions use a box layout similar to Game Boy games. Overboss features several of the boss monsters of Boss Monsters, with an in-world goal of expanding their reach beyond their respective dungeons. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks like it could be a cool little title. Nice. Okay, so we've probably seen most of these. Let's take a quick peek here. 6 upcoming video game movie rando mote time. Let's go. Before we hop into this article, try to get your free sub there. Random mote time. Looking for that Dindy face. I have never seen Perma Smug. That's wild. 6 upcoming video game, movie, and TV adaptations we can't wait to see. Nice, mamzelle. Hollywood is mining AAA gaming blockbusters and retro classics for movies and television programs. We take a look at some of the hottest adaptations that are coming down the pipeline. Okay. Okay. So Borderlands. Gearbox is bringing Borderlands franchise to the silver screen. The movie wrapped filming in 2021, but aside from character silhouettes and limited behind-the-scenes footage, a few other details have emerged. The movie is set for a 2022 release, apparently. And looks like it has Jack Black, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Kevin Hart in it. Comic Zone. Sega, empowered by the success of its last two Sonic movies, is adapting its cult classic. We read about this previously. Adapting its cult classic side-scroller Comic Zone, title will be called Zone, and focus on a jaded comic book writer who gets sucked into the world of his final issue. The protagonists will have abilities based off their meta-knowledge of being in a comic book. The movie will be written by May Tat, who worked on the Emmy-winning series Young Justice, an animated series based on the comic book of the same name. No set release date yet. Ghost of Tsushima. So the Sony kicked off a film adaptation last year. The film recently scored Takashi Dosher as its writer, and Chad Stahelski from John Wick will direct. The film will follow the trials and tribulations of Jin Sakai as he rids the island of Tsushima from invading Mongol armies. The movie will be filmed entirely in Japanese and feature an all-Japanese cast. Release date has not been announced. Horizon Zero Dawn. Coming to Netflix. The TV series focuses on Aloy, an outcast of her tribe who does her best to survive in the 31st century after a worldwide catastrophe destroys a thriving civilization. Netflix has secured Steve Blackman, the Umbrella Academy, as showrunner, but the cast and release date has not been announced. Space Channel 5. Yeah, we read about this one a little bit too already, but Space Channel 5, another cult classic Sega title, was a rhythm game released in '99 for Dreamcast, in which you played a reporter who fights off alien invaders using the power of music. The movie sees a reporter from the future pluck a fast wood worker from the past to help stop an alien invasion. The film will be written by Barry Battles from the Baytown Outlaws, and Near Paneri Extracted. We don't have a release date yet. The Last of Us, we've heard about this. Full-length HBO series set to release in 2023. The show will follow Joel and Ellie as they travel across a dilapidated U.S. in order to stop the zombie outbreak. All right. There's many more. I mean, there's like Fallout. I know I'm there's a lot that I'm not going to be thinking about right now, but there are a lot of other video game adaptations that are in the works right now. But there's some of them. Marvel's Midnight Suns details the history of its all-new hero. Marvel's Midnight Suns developer Firaxis Games and 2K have been releasing trailers spotlighting the upcoming video game's heroes, their histories, and their gameplay mechanics for weeks now. But the most recent subject is by far the most interesting. The Hunter is an all-new hero created specifically for Marvel's Midnight Suns. While the developer isn't spoiling everything, the latest trailer going into the history of the Hunter is still worth a watch for anyone even mildly intrigued. Despite being an original character, the Hunter's background is pulled in large part from the greater Marvel canon. While the Hunter can be customized in terms of physical appearance, gender, hair, and combat styles, some specifics set in stone. The Hunter is the child of Lilith, who first appeared in Ghost Rider number 28 in '92. The game's origin for Lilith makes her an immortal sorceress that fell in love with a mortal man before he died of the plague, which twisted her into a demonic character. You can watch the whole fascinating video for yourself. I'll link it for you. If you're interested in watching that, I mean, we just got basically the summary. I don't want to drag out the news segment this morning, but it's right there in chat if you want to take a look. In general, Marvel Midnight Suns is scheduled to release for the PS5, 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store at some point. Before March 31st, 2023. Yeah, that got delayed from an October 7th release date. Playable characters revealed in the title so far include the all-new hero, the Hunter, which is like your customizable main character, I think, that is supposed to kind of be you. Then there's Captain America, Iron Man, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, Ghost Rider, Magic, Nico Minoru. I can't speak. Minoru. Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch. You can check out previous coverage. So there you go. Images claiming to show Konami's Silent Hill 2 remake have appeared online. The project is understood to be in development at the medium dev Bloober team. Yeah, I mean, we've heard a lot of stuff of recent about what could be going on here. The images, which have been widely circulated across social media, are reportedly from an internal pitch demo for the game, according to noted insider Dusk Golem, which VGC's own sources have corroborated. These are from an internal pitch demo from Bloober before they got greenlit. So it's literally a no-budget proof of concept thing, he said, referring to the low-quality images. This isn't actually what the final game looks like. Okay. As VGC reported earlier this year, Silent Hill 2 Remake is understood to be in active development. Sources suggest the game will be a timed exclusive for PlayStation consoles alongside PC. That's a big note there. Another episodic series of Silent Hill short stories are understood to be in development at a studio under Annapurna Interactive. The acclaimed publisher behind such games as Sayonara Wild Hearts, Outer Wilds, and Telling Lies, and Stray. Yeah, this is just, a bit of building upon stuff we've already kind of read before. Silent Hill is coming. There's a good chunk of Silent Hill content coming our way. Remakes, I think a new game. We're getting Silent Hill stuff, which is amazing. Callisto Protocol director walks back on comments appearing to promote crunch. Striking Distance Studio CEO and the Callisto Protocol director, Glenn Schofield, posted and then deleted a tweet that appeared to glorify development crunch before later walking back on his comments. In a now deleted tweet, Schofield said, "I only talk about the game during an event. We're working 6 to 7 days a week. Nobody's forcing us. Exhaustion, tired, COVID, but we're working. Bugs, glitches." He continued, perf fixes, one last pass through audio, 12 to 15 hour days. This is gaming, hard work, lunch, dinner working. You do it because you love it. After receiving backlash to the tweet from hundreds of commenters, many of which viewed Schofield's comments as promoting crunch culture and suggesting that developers who didn't work through these conditions didn't love the project, the tweet was deleted. He later posted, "Anyone who knows me knows how passionate I am about the people I work with. Earlier, I tweeted how proud I was of the effort hours the team was putting in. That was wrong. We value passion and creativity, not long hours. I'm sorry to the team for coming across like this." However, this did little to alleviate the concerns raised by the initial tweet. Absolutely. Yeah, there's been this culture of crunch work in the industry for a long time that has come to light, along with so many other kind of really, whether it be all sorts of mismanagement within the gaming industry, right? That had been kind of hush-hush for quite a while. This is just another area that had kind of pervaded the industry for quite a long time, apparently, through a lot of different developers. And it's finally come to light. And as they should be, developers are being shamed for it. Crunch culture in video game development has been an issue that has persisted throughout the industry. While the issue is still prevalent, many studios have done their best to alleviate poor working conditions, including high-profile examples such as Rockstar Games reportedly overhauling its internal working practices. In June, Xbox's Matt Booty claimed that the platform holder had made strides to ensure that Bethesda Studios no longer faces these crunch periods, as was reported by Kotaku during the development of Fallout 76. However, even in that article, Booty claimed that crunch was just part of the industry, adding, quote, "I don't say that to justify it. I'm just saying it was part of the culture of the industry. I literally slept under my desk early in my career, and we looked at that like a badge of honor." I think the important thing to, discern here from this statement is that times change, right? And just because you felt like you needed to do this doesn't mean that you should be looking at your employees in the future and going, well, I had to do that, so you have to do that. You should be looking at your employees with compassion and going, you want them to have it better than you had it, right? You blaze a trail, so that to me is just not a good quote. Look, I mean, there's nothing wrong with working hard, and I think a lot of people in the world have experienced situations where they've had to work overtime and been absolutely exhausted and things like that. But to do it on a consistent basis, and feel like I think the important thing here is when you get into a career where you feel like you have to do that, or you're going to, be looked down upon, or maybe even there are going to be repercussions for you not, sleeping at your desk and working absurd amount of hours every single day. That's not healthy, and it's not healthy in the first place, and it's not mentally healthy for people to have to endure that thought that if I don't do this, I'm going to lose my job or something, So I think that's why it's so important that, the industry moves away from this culture of crunch, as it were, as it's being referred to. And again, just because somebody had to do it, in the past, times change, we progress, you want better for people. So, I think there's obviously a big difference too between, trying to maybe start off as an indie developer and feeling like you need to keep working and you're doing this on your own, and then, putting that thought process out there and being like, well, you're not gonna, in my eyes, you're not gonna be a real developer if you don't have that badge of honor of, sleeping under your desk, and that doesn't make sense, man. That's not good. The Callisto Protocol is planned for release for consoles and PC on December 2nd of this year. This game, again, is very, very, very Dead Space. Take a look. It's very Dead Space. This is the developer, or the director of... Yo, Size, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Thank you. What's up, dude? How you been? It's good to be back, dude. It's good to be back. I had a good time, but it's good to be back, man. No more time off for the foreseeable future, but it was good. This is also the director. He was the director of the Dead Space game, so it makes sense that this is going to be a very Dead Space looking game, right? But it is very, very, very Dead Space. Pokemon spin-offs need to step up after Legends Arceus. Sometimes I feel like I'm part of the minority in the Pokemon community, even though I love the main series and have played every generation so far. The base games have never been my favorite part of the franchise. More often than not, it's the spin-offs that have piqued my interest the most throughout the years, mainly Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger, and Pokemon Coliseum. These titles shake up the typical formula and explore aspects of the Pokemon universe in a much more nuanced and unique way. A good example is the Mystery Dungeon series, which takes place in a world without humans and has a much deeper story. Some spin-offs are better than the others, of course, but they all aim to shake things up and change our perspective of the series as a whole. Never say never. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I actually say that quite often. But, yeah. I'm not planning on having any more time off until around the end of December anyways. So back to 7-day-a-week streams. As with any long-running video game, things change and the series evolve. Pokemon is a quintessential example of this, growing from a straightforward RPG that didn't always work into a mega hit that has taken the world by storm. The strange thing about Pokemon Legends Arceus is that it feels like a spin-off despite ostensibly being canon to the main series. It changes the formula of the main series so much that it ends up setting a much higher bar for the series going forward than perhaps any game that came before it. While I don't hate Pokemon Sword and Shield, I can see where the criticism comes from. Pokemon is the single most successful gaming franchise in the world, and its home console debut lacked the polished creativity and depth that something pulling such huge sales should strive for. But with Scarlet and Violet on the horizon after Legends, it's hard to imagine the series is looking backwards. Post-Legends, things need to be full speed ahead. It feels clear where the main series is headed, but that begs the question, what about the spin-offs? Pokemon spin-offs are as popular as the main series in many ways, so can they too step up to the plate? Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Tournament, Pokemon Go, and new Pokemon Snap prove that spin-offs are thriving. But as Scarlet and Violet looks to kick on from Legends, could the spin-offs now become even more ambitious? Summary. Pokemon looks to set to use Legends as a jumping off point for a new chapter in the main series. But the spin-off games need to look to it too. Spin-offs have been the best Pokemon games for years now, but as Legends tries to step up to the plate, spin-offs can take bigger risks and hopefully reap bigger rewards. They even, I think Pokemon Legends Arceus was a good segue for them into kind of crossing over from what Pokemon has traditionally been for so long into more of a more modern take on what Pokemon games should be. But they've got work to do still. Pokemon Legends Arceus, while I didn't play it, I read quite a bit about it. And the open world, that is absolutely where Pokemon needs to be. It needs to be this open world environment. I think some of the things where Arceus, at least from what I read, felt like it definitely needed to improve was like with the Pokemon AI. A lot of what I was kind of gathering from my reading about the game and the experience other people were having with the game was that the Pokemon out in the world that you would just see, not even interact with, they looked very robotic. There wasn't a whole lot of variation in their AI mechanics. Oh, I'm great, buddy. I'm great. Thanks, man. I'm a little bit exhausted just from all the traveling and everything I've done here recently. But other than that, dude, I'm great. It just feels good to be back and to know that I'm going to be back and not, have any more time off planned. So to see you and everybody else as part of the community and be back to doing what I love, man, it just feels good to be back. I had a great vacation. It was really, really good. Both vacations, I had kind of 2 vacations there back to back, and they were great. So I don't know, man. I'm fortunate, dude. I really am. I get to do what I love. Had a couple of really cool chill vacations. Got to see a lot of family and stuff, and I'm doing great, man. How about you? What's up? So I think that they really need to work on how the open world really presents the player an immersive experience, especially when engaging or just even out like Pokemon watching. You see the Pokemon out in the world. You don't want it to look very like super repetitive or anything. You want there to be a good amount of random kind of AI generated activity going on with the animals and or the Pokemon. They're not Pokemon. To keep it immersive, just chilling. Right on, buddy. Right on. As well as some of the other stuff I had read was that they didn't do a great job with, and I want to compare to like maybe a game like if you played God of War or if you played The Witcher 3 or even Breath of the Wild. Anywhere you are in the world, you can see specific things in the world a long ways away. Apparently in Pokemon Legends Arceus, being an open world game, the background of the world defaulted to like a generic until you got close enough for it to load in. And that ruined immersion for a lot of people too, from what I understand. Again, I didn't play it, but this is just some of the stuff that I've read about. I think a lot of what they did with Pokemon Arceus was very, very good. But I think they've got a little bit that they need to work on to really continue this segue into a new generation of Pokemon experience for people that I think needs to be done.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
No, 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 no.
Did it actually work? It wasn't doing the 10-10-10, did it? Binary solo. I didn't even see that.
He tried it.
Syke, what's up, dude? Yo, thanks, buddy. Incredible, man. 10 months, dude. 10 months. I didn't hear it. Did it do the 10s? Sad face. Hold on. 10 is your lucky number now. Hold on.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
It might have been too much text. I'll have to take a look at my settings.
Now that we're friends again, is it okay if I pet you?
Is my text-to-speech broke? What happened? I'll have to take a look. Sorry, dude. I just now thinking about it, I don't even think that Wix said it this morning either. I wasn't. It's weird. I'm gonna have to take a look. Sorry, guys. I'll have to take a look at my text to speech to see what's going on. Refund, please. Okay. One second. Let me see. After I do the news, I'll take a look at it. Let me see what I can figure out after the news. Okay, we're almost done. Yo, thanks so much, buddy. How are you, buddy? What's up? How was your weekend? I'll look at it after the news, see what I can figure out what's going on. Oh, new season of Gwent size, yeah. What do you think so far? So that's just kind of my thoughts on Pokemon. I think they overall what they've done with the game, what they're doing in moving into a new generation of what Pokemon is going to be and has become is very good. But I think they've got a little bit of work to do still to make the experience very immersive. You know, I'm great, dude. I'm great. It's good to be back, but I had a great time. Yeah, I'm just a little bit exhausted. But it was so nice to sleep in my own bed last night. So I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks so much, man. The incredible amount of support, dude. 10 months. Wild. Oh, cool, Size. Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, Syke and Wick, again, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. Incredible, incredible. Long time support, man. I'll take a look and see what's going on with the text to speech. I don't know. Something's funky. So I'll take a look after the news segment. Make sure I can get it all figured out. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order's bug should have been a bigger deal. I've depending on the severity of the bugs, I feel the same way about certain games. I mean, look at this screenshot right now. He's got a lightsaber sticking through his body. That's actually kind of funny, but Jedi Fallen Order is now one of the most beloved Star Wars games, but more scrutiny should have been directed towards bugs and glitches. How was everybody's weekend, by the way? Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, dude, size. Okay, look. So nobody ever needs to apologize for. You do support me, size. You do support. You do support me. You support this community. You raid all the time. You're always here as a viewer and a part of this community. That is support, dude. That is support. So nobody should feel like they are not a supporter of this community if they aren't able to sub or do things in a monetary fashion. Do not feel that way. Everybody that is just here as often as they can be and is engaged in what we do as part of this community is absolutely a supporter of what we do. And I'm very, very appreciative of that support. So do not feel like you are not supporting this if you're not doing any like subbing or doing anything monetary. People that sub and cheer and donate and stuff like that, that is above and beyond, you know, and obviously so much, you know, appreciation goes into people doing that kind of thing, but nobody should feel obligated or you know, like they need to apologize for not being able to do those things. So that's just how it is, okay? Pinky, size, our buddy, my name is Pinky. He's been kind of busy here lately, but he's a big part of the community and stuff. That's who Sykes talking about. So Fallen Order stands as one of the most well-received Star Wars video games to date, but its buggy launch should have been a bigger deal than it was. Respawn Entertainment's action-adventure take on the series borrows elements from the titles like Dark Souls to tell the story of Jedi Knight Cal Kestis in the aftermath of Order 66. The compelling story, along with its often satisfying combat and world exploration, propel the title into the upper echelon of Star Wars game releases. But for all the things the game did well, there were lingering issues at launch that were seemingly forgotten as time went on. Glitches in video games are a commonality in the industry, especially as the games that are developed continue to grow in size and scale. In most cases, these glitches will be patched out of the game even if the game update comes 2 decades later. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has received numerous updates to fix the glitches present in the title, but its initial release state left a lot to be desired. There are other elements that could have done with more polish as well, such as Fallen Order's cursed-looking Wookiees. The hype and excitement behind a video game release can potentially overshadow the inherent flaws that the launch version of the game contains. While Jedi Fallen Order's launch build was nowhere near as controversial as Cyberpunk's, it did warrant further scrutiny. With the lack of Star Wars titles focused on lightsaber combat, the glitches that plagued Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order seem to be ignored in the general discourse surrounding the game's release and instead focused on the game's successful implementation of a Souls-like formula within the Star Wars world. A Reddit thread posted by user Metal Magic 4 days after the title's launch chronicles the numerous technical problems that marred the previous gen release of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, with some glitches remaining in the game to this day. The sheer number of bugs and glitches discovered in the day since its launch range from the smaller graphical glitches and texture pop-ins all the way up to game-breaking crashes and parts of the environment refusing to load. At its worst, there have even been reports of bugs that force players to start their entire playthrough of the game over from scratch after failing a QuickTime event. Star Wars Jedi Survivor needs to avoid these problems at launch, lest they take the shine off Cal's next adventure. Yeah, I talk about this a lot. I mean, I don't think we as gamers expect games to be flawless when they come out, right? I don't think that's the play, but we expect them not to have like game-breaking bugs for the most part, right? I think it's inevitable that there's going to be some things that have to be. Yeah, no game is flawless, absolutely. But to have games come out and make you feel like you wasted your money, that's not acceptable. You know? To have games get pushed out to where you go, I don't feel like I can play this. I can't have fun playing this because of how crap this product is. That is not acceptable. It is not acceptable to release a product like that and go, we can just patch it after release. It'll be fine. That's not fine. To have a game come out with some bugs that need to be taken care of, that, the game is still a nice product. It still is fun and engaging. That's expected. But no game should be released in a cyberpunk state, or with kind of bugs that, apparently Fallen Order had when it released. Those should not be a thing for a company to just go, we can just patch it after. It'll be fine. That sucks for us as the consumer. That's not good. And I really, really, I talk about it a lot, but I will continue to advocate for developers to do a better job for all of us as the lovers of video games and the consumers of their products. This is the last that I have for today. So if you guys have anything to add, let me know in chat and I'll talk about it. There is a flawless game, Pong and Tetris. Well, I mean, I've talked about this before too. That is back whenever games got released, whenever they had to be in a near perfect state because they couldn't be patched after the fact. So there's a big difference, right? We're talking about cartridges. Yeah. So back then, when those games were developed, they weren't going to be able to be patched over a network. So, and that's what, I keep kind of advocating for developers to get back into the mindset of trying to release games in more along the lines of the finished state that games used to be back then. It's not as easy nowadays because games are bigger. They're more intricate, detailed. There's a lot more that goes into them. There are going to be bugs that are unforeseen because of that. But I think that developers need to have more of a mindset of releasing games thinking along the lines of just assuming they're not going to be able to be patched after, right? That's the way they should think. Like, this game needs to be done as polished as possible on release, even though they know they can patch it after the fact nowadays. And again, I know it's not easy. Games it's a different gaming world than it used to be. But there's a big difference in what, games had to be like back then for release, because they couldn't touch them after they were, after they'd gone gold. They were ready to ship and everything. They were boxed up, pushed out. They couldn't be touched. They weren't going to be patched up or anything. It's a big difference. Sag, weekend was good. No, you're good, buddy. Got drunk with friends at your favorite bar, right? Yeah, you had the whole weekend thing for the birthday set up, right? I invited friends over for dinner, cooked a paella, and made a pretty dang good salad. Let's go, dude. Went to the beer garden to chill with friends. Nice walk. Watched the news. Oh, dude, yeah, I watched the news LOTR too, dude. Watched a couple of movies. Cool, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Psych, exactly. That's the big thing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, if I'm running around with like a lightsaber through my chest, but it's not affecting the gameplay, whatever. You know, um, does it ruin immersion a little bit? Yeah. But if it's not affecting the gameplay and I'm still having a good time, then it's okay. But yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, if I'm playing a game and like I'm losing save states, or I'm having constant crashes, or things like that, that's not acceptable, man. So last article here. If you guys have anything else to add, that because again I've been gone for 3 days, so I tried to kind of set my search for the past like 4 days. Then let me know and we'll address it before we move on to the gaming stuff today. Okay. Day 42 of Witcher. Good night. I can't wait to get to Code of the Lamb. I love The Witcher. Dude, I cannot wait to play Code of the Lamb. The new division, Heartland, details emerge as game gets accidentally listed on Ubisoft store. Free-to-play shooter. I think this is a mobile title. The latest The Division Heartland leak has revealed new details, including 2 game modes. The Division Heartland is a free-to-play spin-off coming to PC consoles and cloud platforms. Oh, okay. When exactly that will be is as yet unknown, but a release might not be far away, as the game has recently been spotted on the Ubisoft store. The listing has since been removed, but not before Twitter user Rebs Gaming nabbed some screenshots. The images reveal a few new details about the game, which is said to be coming soon. The description reads, Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland is a free-to-play survival action multiplayer shooter set in small-town middle America. I played both the Division 1 and Division 2. They're alright. It was great, dude. It was great. Yeah. I'll finish reading this and I'll talk about it. According to the listing, there will be 2 game modes. The first is Storm Operations. Thanks for asking. Where you'll fight in 45-player PvEVP matches. Here you'll have to fend off a group of rogue agents called Vultures. That isn't the only threat, as there's also a lethal virus to contend with. Second is Excursion Operations, which sees you team up with to complete PvE missions, gather gear, activate alerts, and prep the battlefield. The store listing also reveals that you'll be able to play as one of the 6 agents and have the choice of 3 different classes, each offering its own unique set of skills and perks. This isn't the first time details of the Division Heartland have been leaked. In May, 20 minutes of the game appeared online before also swiftly being removed by Ubisoft. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably get more for the Ubisoft during the Ubisoft showcase on September 10th, which I actually am going to bookmark. We've got stuff on the 9th, the 10th, and the 15th and 16th. We got showcases coming up that we're going to be watching here in the channel. So within the next week to week and a half, we've got some showcase stuff that we're going to watch. So we'll get some more of the Division Heartland probably as well. I love shoot and loot games. Loot and shoot, whatever you want to call them. So, I don't know. We'll see what it has to offer. I'll post this again. If you're interested in Hogwarts Legacy, you can actually go into WB's site right now. You can set up accounts, and you can go ahead and answer questionnaires and everything. So you can just go ahead and be placed into one of the Hogwarts houses, the school houses, and you can go ahead and get a wand created, and then you get a mask, this beaked skull mask, as part of doing the pre-setup for your accounts and everything, which will be a cosmetic you can wear in-game and stuff. So I linked it earlier today. There you go. Cool. That's what I've got. Psych, I'll comment on the vacation stuff in just a moment. Thanks for asking. Gamer, what's up? No, you're good, dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm great, buddy. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. So that's it for the news. It's good to be back. If you're seeing this as thank you to everybody that's part of this community. Dude, the Psych, the 10-month sub, Wick, the 9-month sub, you guys, incredible. Thank you very, very much. Everybody that's part of this community and everybody that was part of the news segment this morning, thank you very much. If you are watching this as a VOD and you're enjoying the content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of this amazing community at 6 o'clock a.m. CST when we go live and start off every single stream with video gaming news, okay? Also, do me a favor and consider hitting that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Other than that, just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow for September 7th edition of Video Gaming News, okay?